no amount of motivational videos is gonna get you money, right? Like, you're just not gonna get a full wallet by watching YouTube videos. But here's the thing, I can give you my story and you can relate to it, and maybe you'll learn something that can help you take a step towards getting out of this, right? So, I'm broke. I met a new girl. I spent all my money that I had saved up that I was probably going to coast on for a little longer, but I can no longer coast on it because, let's just say, I wanted to impress her. I had a big ego, right? And, now I'm dealing with the consequences. Now, whatever it is that got you broke, now you're broke, right? And it sucks, My biggest fear, right, would be like the woman leaves. Obviously, you probably got the same thing. Or maybe you have, I can't even get a woman because I'm broke. Like, I can't afford to take them on the initial dates. I can't afford to bring them to the movies, to take them out to dinner, to buy the gas, to drive us all over the place. Maybe you don't even have the car, right? Being broke, it sucks, dude. Maybe you lose a woman. People are like looking at you like, dude, you gotta get a job. You gotta get your life together. Maybe you have a job, but you're like barely scraping by with the bills, or you're in debt, or whatever. People look at you and they're like, dude, like, why don't you have more? Like, why are you so low right now? And people, I don't know. There's a certain level of shame that comes with that, where you don't even want to talk to people about money or jobs or anything because you're like, well, I know I could be doing better, and I'm not, and it sucks, and you're like ashamed of yourself, right? If you're anything like me, like I feel ashamed of myself when I'm not making a bunch of money, right? Because I know that I'm capable, I know that I'm awesome, I know that I can be making money, right? And you probably do too. Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff here to keep me on track because I got ADHD and all that, right? Dude, and then there's no jobs accepting you. Like, I'm about to graduate from college, right? With a bachelor's in ecology, which it's biology, basically, but I have concentration in ecology. So I have a couple special classes on top of a biology degree. And literally nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, I've applied to gas stations and, like, game stores and weed shops, bookstores, like the low tier jobs typically. You know what I mean? Like, things that you don't need a degree for. But if you have a degree and you're applying, you should have an edge, right? You should be, like, at least hearing back from some of these places. Nothing. Radio silence. I've applied to, like, over 150 places. In person, online, on different sites, like, all over the place. I'm just applying everywhere, right? But I'm out of my hometown, right? I don't have connections to, like, just get the foot in, right? That usually was how you get jobs before, you know what I mean? Like, you just know people and they're like, okay, you can get a job. When you're young, it's different. But now I'm an adult and, like, I don't know anybody. I'm in a new place with new businesses all over and, like, I don't know anybody. And if you're anything like me, like, maybe you're applying all these places, maybe you're trying, to make some cash here and there, but just nothing's coming in, right? So I've been workshopping my resume. I'm assuming you are too. But it sucks. It sucks being broke. And I'm just like, I'm trying to get all this out there because I want you to know that I can relate to you, right? Like, I don't want you to think that me telling you to chill out in a second here, it's coming from a place where I don't understand being broke. Because, like, I literally have $170 in my bank account right now, 171, and I have $5 in my savings. Because I didn't want to, like, I think there's, like, a fee if I go below $5 in my savings. I'm broke. I'm broke. You know what I mean? Which is fine. I'm not actually that worried about it, right? Like, I had, like, a bit of an emotional, like, oh shit moment, you know what I mean? Like, right, I looked at the ground and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna have money for groceries coming up here soon, right? But I've got a woman, like, and she is doing all right, not like good, but she's able to scrape by, and so we're doing okay for the time being, you know what I mean? If I literally get a job and I pick up like 2 shifts, I'm gonna be in the green, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be stacking money instead of being broke. That's not that bad, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are in a similar situation where it's like, you really don't need that much to dig yourself out of this hole, at least to survive, you know what I mean? Like, there are places that'll hire you like that, like immediately. Like Walmart, you basically show up, you get the job. Like, as long as you're there, you're gonna get paid. You don't need to, like, really try. And if you literally do anything, like, you no-show and you're just like, I don't know, if you like get into a fight or anything, like anything to get you fired or like you leave, you can go back in 6 months and just try again at Walmart. Like that's literally how it works. Um, I don't have a Walmart job. I don't want to get a Walmart job. Definitely don't want to do that, but I'm just saying there's options out there. Like if you need something, you can get something. And so it's coming to that point where it's like, okay, shit, like I might need to get something here, pick up like 2 shifts here and there, at some kind of place, because obviously I want this to work out. Like I want to be making money online. I want to be writing emails for people, and that's what I want to do. And I want to help like young dudes, just do something with their life and feel like the man, because that's important to me. Like I love being like a total baller, a boss. Like I like being jacked, and I like, doing things that I'm passionate about, and I like, having a good woman into my life that I like take care of, and that it really, really appreciates me and looks up to me and thinks I'm like the hero and everything like that. Like I want other men to experience that, because I've reached certain thresholds in life where it's like, I don't know, it makes me feel very confident in myself, and it makes me know that I am like the man. You know what I mean? Like I can confidently say I know I'm the man, where a lot of people can't say that they are. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes want to be, but they can't be. They're just not there yet. They don't know how to get there, and I want to help people experience that. So eventually, I'll do some stuff revolving around that. But like right now, I'm just trying to get some views. I just want my audience up so that I'm able to have these people that know me and like actually have interest in that. So if you have interest in that, let me know in the comments actually, because that's gonna be how I'm gauging like whether or not I even make something like that. Because if nobody says, yeah, I want that, why would I make it? You know what I mean? Like I need to know that somebody's gonna want it. Do like calls with me and like talk and whatever. I'll give you lessons and like different life lessons of my own, things that you can learn from. And maybe I was thinking like assistants, because I can get people for cheap, like in the Philippines and stuff, just to have somebody like over your shoulder. Because I know having like my woman over my shoulder, just like always observing things, like she doesn't even say anything, like I'm the boss around here, you know what I mean? But like her being over my shoulder just reminds me like, okay, I gotta stay like on top of my shit, you know what I mean? It drives me to be like the best that I can be, because I have somebody like keeping me accountable, keeping me like on top of things. And if I miss something, like I know she's gonna notice, because she's smart. Like I don't date dummies. Like she's smart, you know. So anyway, I want other dudes to experience that. So if that sounds interesting to you, just let me know. I'm done talking about that, because we need to get on with it, right? The idea is you need to chill. If you're broke, the worst thing you can do is panic and just like freak out and become this like emotion sink of depression and like low energy life. Because first of all, you're not going to get a job like that. Second of all, it makes everybody just despise you. And last of all, it just makes life suck for you, man. Like you're not going to even care to get out of that hole eventually. If you stay in that like depressive sink of just like nothing, it's not a good place to be. Me and my lady have been talking about how it takes about 3 days to adapt to a new environment and for that to become the new normal. And I like this a lot. I like the idea of momentum, the idea of inertia, the Newton's law of whatever the frick it is, where he's like, things in motion are going to stay in motion unless something like stops it, unless something acts against it. Things at rest are going to stay at rest unless something acts against it. And if you're at this like emotion sink of just like low energy, like I hate my life, nothing's ever going to work out, I have the worst luck, blah, 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 I'm just a loser, you start like, you use all this negative like energy, negative talk, and you're just like low. It's the worst thing you can do for yourself. You got to be like up. You got to be like, dude, I got it. I'm the man. Like, I need a job. No big deal. Like, I can pick up 2 shifts anywhere. Like, they would, like, fight for me. Like, they want me. They would give me the highest wage. If they got 13 to 17 on their application, they're going to want to pay me 17 because they want me that badly. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have that energy, Not a lot of people have that energy. And, if you even just show up with that, it already puts you ahead. You know what I mean? And then there's this like Eeyore, from Winnie the Pooh, with that little, like donkey, depressed donkey. Then he walks up, he's like, oh yeah, I kind of think I need a job because, like, you know, the bills and stuff, and like it's hard, and yeah. It's like, okay, bro. Well, we just had this dude come up. He was like, he was dressed nice and everything, and he was trying. He brushed his teeth, and he like, his hair was done up. You know, he actually showered, and you just look disgusting. Your whole persona's disgusting. Why would I hire you? We don't want you coming to work every day like that. We don't want you like infecting our business with your just like disgusting, lowly nature. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be around that. And so it's the worst thing that you can do is be down if you're down. You know what I mean? You got to act up. You got to put that energy in. You got to be the force that acts against yourself and picks yourself up every day and just like gets after it. Otherwise, you're not gonna. You're gonna stay low. Drink a bunch of coffee if you need to, you know, like write on your walls, like I can fucking do this or something. Like I'm the fucking man. Like write something on your wall. Write something on your coffee, like whatever it takes to just like get you up, get that high energy. You know what I mean? That's what you need, and just like chill. Don't let yourself spiral out of control, because it's the worst thing that could happen. Let me look. I think I got one more. Oh yeah, I like this one. So, what if you fail? I like to do this. Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen if I actually don't get a job? You know, maybe you lose your house and you got to go live with a friend, or maybe you don't have friends. Maybe you become homeless. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? And is it really that bad? Like, is it something that you can survive through? The answer is probably yes. I love this question. Like, what happens if I fail? Because, you know, sometimes you do. Is it really going to be that bad? And, you know, maybe you got a baby that you got to feed. Maybe you got a woman that you might lose. Maybe something's going to kick you in the teeth. But you know what? No matter what happens, you really need to just say, you know what? I'm the man. I can tough it out. Whatever happens, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And, you know, maybe even if I fail and I lose all this stuff or whatever, I'm going to learn some lessons. I'm going to become stronger because of it. I'm going to become better because of it. I'm going to grow through it. You know what I mean? Even if you fail, you're growing. Even if you lose, you're winning. You got to have that mindset. I love that mindset. What if I fail? You got to remember that. What if I fail? It's not going to be the end of the world. It really isn't. And a lot of people, they inflate these problems. You know what I mean? They just make them huge, 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 huge. And they keep feeding into that. And it's kind of human nature, you know what I mean? If we're sad, you know, we go through these breakups or whatever, and you listen to the sad country, you know, sad boy country music. Disgusting, dude. Disgusting. It inflates the problem. It makes it bigger and bigger and bigger. That's not what you want to do. You want to make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. You want to say, nah, this isn't anything. This isn't shit for me. Like, this is easy. So, if you have this big problem, you're broke, and you need to fix it, just remember, it's not actually that deep. It is, but it isn't, dude. It really isn't. And you're going to survive it. You're going to be the fucking man, no matter what. And that is my advice for you. Because that's what I'm going through right now. And if it's what you're going through, you're going to be all right, dude. You're going to be all right. No matter what happens, you're going to be all right. All right? Okay. Thanks for watching this video, and I will probably see you again. Peace.